All right, guys. So the other day I did my top 10 '80s movies, and when I was going through the list, I noticed an overlap of a couple of actors. Uh, First one was Corey Haim, and next one was Corey Feldman. Corey Haim showed up in two of my favorite movies of all time, and Corey Feldman showed up in three of my favorite movies of all time. So I'm gonna do my top 10 favorite Corey Haim movies first. And then tomorrow I'll do my top 10 favorite Corey Feldman movies of all time. So, Corey and Corey, for those that don't know, were the famous guys, the teen actors, the heartthrobs of the 1980s. And they did a lot of movies together. Anyways, I'll get to the point. Anyways, I watched a lot of them. And like I said, I Lost Boys, Dream a Little Dream, and The Goonies were all my top 10 '80s films. And again, they appeared in those films. So we're going to start with Corey Haim. Rest in peace. He died several years ago, long drug addiction. I think he died of pneumonia. Um, at the end of his life, there he was struggling. All right, so top 10. So starting off at number 10, 1993's Double O Kid. Um, that might be his. That was probably his most recent movie that made my top 10. Uh, Much after 1993, they got a lot of direct to video, and his addiction was taking its toll. So he was fading pretty fast. But Double O Kid, 1993, that was with Nicole Eggert, who Baywatch, who I love. She was also on Charles in Charge. 1991, Dream Machines, number 9. Watchers would be number 8. That was an adaptation of a Dean R. Koontz movie, or Dean R. Koontz book. He was kind of a horror writer, kind of like in the vein of oh shoot, I forget his name now. Stephen King. Dean R. Koontz. I used to read a lot of his books. I actually read The Watchers, so it's a loose one. So number 7 would be Fast Getaway, 1991. That was kind of a bank robbery type of television show, movie. I'm sorry. Number 6, 1993's Blown Away with Nicole Eggert. What a absolutely great movie. I don't know if it's a body double of Nicole Eggert or if it wasn't. I don't know, but you can see a lot of Nicole Eggert. Blown Away, though, he also starred with Corey Feldman in. It was a kind of a murder mystery crime type suspense TV movie. I think Corey and Corey were brothers, stepbrothers, maybe. I don't remember. They were brothers. Nicole Eggert was the love interest between them, and Corey Feldman's character and Nicole Eggert were basically trying to screw with Corey Haim's character. Number 5 is Lucas, 1986. That had Kerry Green and Charlie Sheen and a few other actors from the '80s there. He was kind of a diminutive younger boy, kind of small for his age, and he just wanted to be popular. He played the football. He was in the band, but he wanted to play football. And at the end, he caught the catch and got hurt, and the whole town all the friends rallied around him. Number 4, kind of a little bit obscure one, is Prayer of the Royal Boys, 1990. It's kind of a dystopian future where the United States is bankrupt, and there's a drug going around, and Corey Haim's character has got his brother and kind of some, I'll call it extended family, but it's really friends, that become a family. And, he's trying to get a better life for himself and his brother. And, it's roller boys are all on roller skates. It's kind of their gang, or rollerblades. It's kind of their gang. It was an interesting movie, just about the bankruptcy of the United States, losing everything and being in a severe depression. Number 3 is 1988's License to Drive. This is also with Corey Feldman. Starred Heather Graham as the love interest, or the little hottie, but Corey Haim's character, I believe he failed his driver's license test, and anyways, he took the car out, everything you expected happens of an underage driver without a license, getting picked up at the OWI's check station or trying to get away in the car getting trashed and trying to fix it before I think the brother or father found out. So the story's been done several times before. It was a great movie. You had a young Heather Graham, um, and she's gone on and done a lot of movies as well. She's had a lot of success. Number two, Dream a Little Dream from 1989. That is my ninth favorite movie from the 80s, Dream a Little Dream. Great, great, great film. Best friends. Best friends, Corey and Corey there. It was kind of a body switching movie, kind of like Father Like Son or some of those switch off movies. But they switch bodies, and as you got the old man stuck in Corey, which was Jason Robards, was stuck in Corey Haim's or Corey Feldman's body, and Corey Haim was kind of a character there as well. It's really an unusual movie, but it is one of my favorites. And my number one Corey Haim film of all time is 1987's The Lost Boys. Again, starring Corey Feldman. You had Corey Haim, Corey Feldman. You had Kiefer Sutherland, a whole bunch of other actors from the time. All the teen male guys from the times. Great vampire movie. Definitely one of the best out there. Teens and vampires. It's been a very popular genre with the Twilight series and all those other ones that have come out over the years. So, anyways, so there you go. My top 10 Corey Haim films. Going back, number one, Lost Boys, Dream a Little Dream, License to Drive, Prayer of the Roller Boys, Lucas, Blown Away, Fast Getaway, Watchers, Dream Machine, and the Double O Kid from 1993. Really, once you get past number 6, Blown Away, and you start going back 7, 8, 9, 10, you have my top 6 movies pretty grouped tight together, but then 7, 8, 9, 10, they get really spread out. They got not as good. It'll be the same way. Corey Feldman had a little bit more solid film work, in my opinion. So his list will be a little tighter, grouped together. But definitely 1 through 6 are pretty tight grouping, and then 7, 8, 9, 10. That was kind of I was going through the list and became a little bit more of a stretch. Good movies, but definitely not near the caliber of the top 5 or 6 movies that he did. All right, there you go, guys. Another top 10. Tomorrow will be my top 10 favorite Corey Feldman movies. So, thanks, guys.